Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Another look here at Dogecoin, seeing what's going on. Dogecoin is looking good here in the sense of testing its descending trend line, likely going to be breaking above the 100-day SMA here hopefully soon, and things are looking pretty solid in the overall sense for the macro. So we're going to double check, see if it's worth considering a long or a short at this point. A lot of it does hinge on Bitcoin, and if it wants to pull back further or continue to increase, really just depends. But I wouldn't say that's the only factor because Dogecoin's looking fairly strong outside of Bitcoin, all things considered. So we do want to recognize that as well. So if you're new to the channel, I just want to say thanks again so much for watching. Hope you can learn something today. If you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is the site. Link down below. We've got some new members coming over here as well. Welcome on board. Make sure you read through my signals guide, as well as our live charts and trade alerts. So there's some newer functions outside of our Premium Plus group, and we took some nice trades here, some nice day trade scalps from AVAX, Matic, Litecoin, Solana, and another Matic trade there. Okay, so again, cool stuff's happening there. Swing trades are a little slower, honestly, just because of the fact that they take a little bit longer to mature. But more important, it's more so like a day trader's market. So future reference, you'll probably find a lot more luck in our Premium Plus group than our Premium group, at least for the moment, until things start to stabilize with the market. So Dogecoin, look at this here. Take a look. We got 14.3 cents as a resistance level there. There's a lot of liquidation there. Okay, so keep in mind, liquidation occurs at key level resistances or supports. It's not the other way around. So at this point here, that's an area in which we could see the price get swept just as a retest of that resistance at 14.3. Looking here, there's not a lot of liquidation left in either direction, honestly. Majority of all the liquidation got swept to that 13-cent mark. I'm rounding up a little, but 13 cents was a big deal, and 13.6 was the secondary to that. Previous liquidation levels are oftentimes new support levels because, again, they aggregate at resistance. So in this case here, we can kind of presume that this little range right here at this point, that 13.6, which is actually more so right here, that should be the new support. We'll talk about that. So let's take a quick look first of all. Daily time frame moving averages looking pretty solid here, above all four moving averages minus today's candlestick, trying to close at that level. This could be an initial rejection spot. It's very common for the SMAs to hold the price action in place for a short while. But the key takeaway here is that we are stochastically trying to swing down for the second time, and that could cause the price to pull back. This does happen a lot with coins where they swing down on the stochastic RSI. The second time, because the first time is that resistance break. So at this point here, we're still under 70 on the RSI. Money flow index is high. Mostly bullish on this situation here. Just know that there's kind of a shift of momentum happening with that second stochastic divergence. Looking here though, of course, 4-hour time frame, we can recognize that we have a stochastic swing to the upside. RSI is right there at 70. It's been above and below that level for a while, just implying that there's a lot of bullish momentum here, and the money flow index is still high. Until the MFI starts to drop, we have no reason to consider the price action is going to pull back. We also got a pretty significant amount of moving averages below the price action. This coin definitely looks like it wants to break out. We're even starting to form a bullish type of flag pattern here with a potential break already happening. Again, a lot of that hinges on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin goes down, different story altogether, but we kind of combine this and look at Dogecoin versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin's looking pretty solid in the overall sense, okay? So all in all, decent stuff there. 4-hour time frame does look pretty bullish, but we'll just keep in mind we may be at the top here. We might be at our fifth and final wave, and we may actually start to see an ABC pattern to the downside. It's not a guarantee, but if it does happen, it'll retrace typically to the 0.32, 0.5, or 0.618 fib levels. Those are generally this areas here. So this most recent point of control makes the most sense for the price action to pull back to. That's at 12.5. That would be a likely area of consideration for a long and or a spot buy. Okay. Furthermore, 2.5 or 0.618 are also some alternatives, but I think that's less likely considering how strong or heavy of a point of control we have at that 12.5 mark. Again, just a lot of volume, a lot of buying pressure there. Taking a look at the Ichimoku Cloud, quickly to confirm, does still say to leave your long position open if you have one. In other words, lagging span is free and clear right now, generally a positive sign. Keep in mind it soon to intersect if the price doesn't go higher sooner or faster. Then if we don't break free from this descending trend here, then there's a good solid chance that the price action could fizzle out. Basically just letting us know soon you may want to consider securing profits if you're in a long position. And that's generally the consensus for the majority of the market right now. You want to consider securing profits whenever you can because it's ultimately one of those kind of markets that's just kind of you don't want to hold on for too long, I guess is an easy way to understand it. Exactly why day trading is better or more favored over swing trading at this exact moment, just based on how the market is heavily manipulated in larger time frames. All the more reason why using larger time frame confirmational factors is extremely important. Okay, so again, just some friendly advice there. Be mindful of how you're trading at this point here, but either way you look at it, Dogecoin is definitely looking quite strong. Just bear in mind there could be a pullback. Heaven forbid the price does pull back. This most recent high is a consideration at about 13.5, but again, 12.5 would be a best case scenario for a long, or hypothetically a take profit target if you're consider a short. Just be careful, folks. This coin has a lot of momentum. Doesn't make a ton of sense to take a long into it, especially with Bitcoin trying to rally back here a little bit. Okay, so good stuff overall. All things said here, I think Dogecoin has propensity to probably continue much further up here. Just to quickly note too, with the most recent point of control, we can see that 15.1, if you exclude this most lower level there, is a heavy concentration. So we're getting closer to a resistance range. So just know, price goes further, you may want to consider securing profits at that 15 to 15.1 cent mark. All right, folks, thanks again for watching. Make sure you check out BitUnix too. Highly recommend it. Link down below for this. Use my link to register, you get some awesome rewards. No KYC or VPN required for this exchange. We've been using them exclusively for almost a year now as a community, and we love them. So thank you again so much for that. Join us on Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, TikTok, whatever works best for you. We'll see you there. Thanks again so much for your time. Take care.